Hi, it's Pam, and I'm coming to you from Central California. And it's an overcast, wonderful day, probably in the 60s. And we've had lots of rain. If you want to check out some of the flooded stuff, especially San Bernardino's got a lot. I used to live there, and Southern California, not so much here, but we've had a lot of rain, so I like that. Right now there's a lull in the storms, so that's nice. Anyway, I came back to share a couple things with you, and I did do this video a week ago, and to tell you what, I just was not feeling well, and so I was going through it, and I thought, okay, this is ridiculous. I'll just do it again. Of course, I kept putting it off, but anyway. So to tell you, I had a really nice doctor's visit. So thank you for all you who pray and sent warm thoughts my way. I really appreciate it. And so that went well, and they're getting me on some medicine for the diabetes, and I'm doing very well. So that's good. And let's see, there's something else. Oh, the arthritis guy. I went to the arthritis guy, and yeah, it's arthritis. There's nothing they can do about it, but they can give me a cortisone shot, which I'm going to work on getting that. So that should help me with my stitching. Let's see. So that's kind of an update. So I feel great. So I'm very excited. So I wanted to show you, first of all, I want to show you this lovely journal here, which we will talk about. But what it is, it's my version of the Wormy journal that Rachel did about a month or so ago. And I'll try and link everything that's pertinent in the information down below the video. But I was able to get the last one of her books that she had for sale that was the Wormy book. And so I want to share that with you. This is mine, so I'm sorry, don't ask for it. Anyway, so that's that one. And then I said sometime, now I don't know if it was in the last video I did or that didn't share it, or if it was another one, but I want to share with you the first journal I ever made. That's what this one is. And then I want to share with you a fun Happy Mail share. So Juanita's Crafting Corner sent me some wonderful things, some vintage old and antique paper, and some nice charms. There was another charm that I put on maybe it's in this book here. I put it on I thought I would put it in my birding journal, but now I can't find it. And like I said, I did this video already once, and so it's here, and I'm using it, but I don't know where it is right now. I don't think it's over here. Anyway, so first of all, she sent me a lot of little birdie charms. I like the peacock one. Just a lot owl. This looks like an eagle. Eagle, swans. Just cute, right? So those will go with my charms. She sent me these lovely vintage papers. Oh, I can't wait to tell you these. Aren't they so beautiful? It's hard to get them in the whole screen. So they're big. And these are, look at how beautiful. I've seen some of these birds we don't have here, but I've seen this one before. This one is back east. I've seen that one. Of course, I've seen this one. I have not seen that guy. I have these here. Got a whole flock picture. It wasn't a good picture, but I was able enough to identify it was a whole flock of them down the block a little bit. Meadowlarks we do not have. Sad. Very sad. Red-winged blackbirds, of course, we have. We don't have this one. Is it a bobolink? No, I don't have that one. We have orioles, Bullock's orioles. That's the one we have. And we have I want to see this. They're rare, and they're around here. I think it's mostly because of habitat loss and stuff, but I know my son-in-law saw one once. He didn't know what it was, and so he had told me, and I didn't know. They come through here, probably migrate. But so, yeah, look at this. Look at this. Now, this green heron I have green herons here that try and steal my fish. That doesn't really look like that, but I love it. So I don't know how I'm going to use this, how I'm going to use these, but I do want to use them. My granddaughter sent me a picture from Hawaii at Christmas time, and she saw there was a black crowned night heron right there, which is a little bit jealous of that. But yeah, so those guys, look at how pretty this is. Look at this. Bright wood warblers. We're being taken over right now by yellow rumped warblers and orange crown warblers. Let's see if we have those here. I really hope to catch him. They fly through here when they migrate, but haven't seen them in a few years. Just because I never, you know, they're on the line and then they're gone. And so we have lots of bluebirds. We have, they're called western bluebirds here, but same thing. Song sparrows too, but haven't seen them in my yard this year. Lesser goldfinches. I guess it's just because they're smaller. I don't know. And then right here, now this is amazing. This feels like it's on, it's old. She said, I think she said some of these or all of them she got in Italy. And I think this feels like rag paper or some kind of, you know, and it feels like it's all hand painted. And it does look like it's hand painted. So you've got a lot of cool stuff. So I definitely want to do something with this, but I don't know what. So isn't that great? Thank you, Juanette. Yeah, like I said, I told you I was going to do a video and I did it. Anyway, so thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. It was so nice to be thought of and to be remembered, and it just made me happy. Okay, so the Wormy book. Let's see, how does this look? I'm getting the sun in my eyes because it's open here. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's see if we can go down some. Oh yeah, there we go. So here is the Wormy book. It's a little small book. Let's see. No, over here. I remembered. Okay, this guy is about, let's see, this is 4 inches by, and I think it's like, I measured it once before, 7. I was going to say 7 and a quarter maybe, or an eighth. So isn't it so pretty? So, and if you watch her, if you watch Rachel, you have to keep standing up to make sure it's in focus. Bear with me for a minute. I'm going to try this like that. I'm going to bring this guy down a little bit more so that I can, that way I can see what I'm doing. That way I don't have to keep, because the sun keeps getting in my eyes. Okay, so so these are some old Wormy books, and I can't remember if she said they were the 1700s. Oh, you know what? I did a thing to figure out. I'll show you in a minute, but so yeah, they're in the 1700s, and they had wormholes and tracks in them. There was no more worms in them, obviously. And she sold some of them. And I think she probably wishes, excuse me, that she had gotten more, because I love it, and I wish I would have loved to get another one to sell. But what I wanted is I wanted to buy the one that Rachel was doing, but she's so backed up, and she already had them. You know, they were already promised. So. Anyway, so what I did was I did one of these cute little, and I know Sarah, if any of you do the, this beautiful little lingerie pin, forget-me-nots, isn't it pretty? It's enameled. So I made this little, Sarah at Roxy Creations by Sarah in the stitching stuff we're doing, the Roxy Journal Stitchery. She did one of these, and they're just, so it's inspired by her and Rachel, just a long snippet roll that's just really scrappy with nothing on the back to hide the, you know, the sewing. Just fun stuff in here. So I did that for this. And I hope you can see. I'm so blinded by the light. Okay. So I'll open it up. What I did was I took the spine off and made it a little bigger. And then I sewed this on. Let me see, where am I at? Yeah, I sewed it on just to make it of interest. I probably should put more scrappy stuff, but I didn't. But so this was the book spine, and it was in pretty good shape. But what I did was I coated it with a mixture, and I will put the recipe in the. I'll put the recipe in because I was going to have it here and read it to you, but I forgot. Anyway, it's a mixture of 4 things. I think water, glue, gesso, maybe clear gesso, I think, and one gel medium, I think. And it makes it feel really cool. And it's just something we did on the buttons that was called the festival, the Magic Flower Art Fest, I think, last year. Anyway, so yeah, so I'll put that in there too. A lot to put in there. Hopefully I can remember it all. Okay, here we go. I just love this. I'm so excited. So inside here, so here's just, I must learn to be content with being happier than I deserve. And that's true. I'm very happy. So I did, you know, but Rachel did the same thing. I think she used some of the old 16 or 1700 papers. And I just put a little bit of lace here and, you know, just, I finally found my, I knew I had a set of cat ones. I couldn't find them for the life of me. I'm trying to get my, as soon as I'm done with my swap with Brooke from Recreations by Brooke, I'm done with that. I'm going to really overhaul my room some. So because things are just all around and I need to get a better handle on it. So anyway, so I just have, this is the paper from the book, and I did look this up and it's in the 1700s, but now I forgot what it is. And I put a card here just because I thought the red rose looks really pretty with this. So I snagged up that rose. And my little black kitty, my cat Jack, he's all, well, you know, there's no true really black cats, completely black, unless it's a, I forget what it's called, but mine's a short-haired black, but he has a teeny bit of white, like this, a teeny few hairs on his chest right there, and that's about it. But nowhere else. But he has a bigger long nose. He got a bigger nose that looks more like a leopard. But yeah, so he's this right here. Over here, I had a pocket I did. This is one of my favorite digitals from Rachel. And then I just put this tag in here. That is also, I wanted to keep the paper on the back because it says the date, I think it's 1837 because it's rag paper. I don't think it's 77. Anyway, so it's in here. I hope everybody's well. And I feel very well. I mean, I'm so much more clear today than I was the day I did this. In here was a thank you for something I did, so I went ahead and put it in here. It was to me. And then another one of these, and what is in here? I put the geranium because that's my husband's favorite flower, probably because he's Italian. So I put that in here. I had this fixed, and I thought I measured it right, but I didn't want to have this cut off, but I had already cut it off. I mean, I had it folded over, but when I did some trimming, yeah, it was messed up. So I was sad about that. I mean, so I ended up cutting it. So I wanted to open out because I wanted to enjoy the page, but no. There's a little fold out here with a cottage garden. And over here I just have, I don't think this is any, this is just one of the things we did with Rachel. I don't think you'd really care about all that. I think you just want to see how fun. Just some fun old papers and stuff. Here's one of my little birdies. I decided to put this in here because I don't think I'd want to give it to anybody because he's looking up. I don't know if anyone would really understand it. It's a crazy little bird looking up. So yeah, he's in there. And here's my little Cora girl. She doesn't look anything like this, but she's a short-haired black and white. And she just, I think her face is all black with like one white thing there. And she has a little bit of white under here. So she's mostly, from behind, you can't tell them apart, except for that she's smaller than him. But otherwise, yeah, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart. I'm sorry for the shade, guys. The sun keeps going in and out, and I guess we're going to have to deal with it. Because I really don't want to wait and do this again. You'll never see it. I mean, I'll never get it done. Just put a tab here. Oh, yeah, wait, this pulls out. That's why. Right? No, this pulls out like this. Like that. This pulls out really big. Pulls out the whole page. This is just little old papers. Just papers I like, digitals I like, you know. I just wanted to do that. Look, there's Rachel's little bunny. And it's just sewed on there. And then this is just a little, one of her letters too. One of her little envelopes, I mean, that she does. Cherish the moments, it says, and I try to. Okay, like that. This is one someone made me too. I liked how they did. I don't know who it was now, but I do like how they put they put a bunch of lace in here like this, and then they just sewed it together on a paper clip. So I think that was really, no, a safety pin. So I like that. I like that. Hopefully I can remember it. My hoardy book is pretty much full, so I have to put stuff in other things as if I'm going to remember. Look at this beautiful old, let's see if it has a date. I got a couple of these, and the other one had a date. Oh, this says, well, that's the name of that's the date of the picture. Isn't that beautiful? It's a French, like, prayer card thing, I think. And so I got that, and I have another one and it's hand dated by someone 1850 something. So it's probably around that age. That's gonna go in. Don't tell her. It's gonna go in Brooks. The other one. Okay, it's just like that. A little pea. That's my pea. One of these lovely birds that I wish I could see again. I love this paper. I've used it all now. And I just had this little piece left, so I thought I'm going to put it right in here so I can remember it. This opens like that, just so, you know, it just has a birdie. This is a cedar waxwing. Come on, what's happening with the light, people? I don't really do a whole lot of rhyme or reason. I put things together that I kind of like. So here's one. This is one of the pages from the book. See how it has the wormy holes? Cottage garden card. Oh, this is one of the flips that we did with one of Rachel's weekly challenges, and inside's a tag. I don't want to struggle with it. I'm just showing you guys this. It's another one of her digitals. I love that digital. Another piece of old paper here. Just a piece of purple dyed, I think it's probably avocado dyed, eco dyed. That's Rosemary Morris's from the Rusty Peacock. I want to say Pelican, but that's two. It's the Rusty Peacock. Everybody, especially at the coast, there's a million places called the Rusty Pelican. Here's a cute little guest check, and I have a feeling this was from, I'm not sure, but I think Janine at J9 Scraps did that one. Some cute, another page from the book. Another wormy. Look at all the wormies. Check that out under there. Can you see all the wormy stuff? Let's see if we can go. So bright. And a couple of cards in here. Oh, here comes the sun. So this is a picture of my dad, who was floating around just like this. I don't know. And I thought, okay, it's getting all menarded. We call that menarded. I don't know if that's even a word. My daughter used to say menarded, so I don't know. But, and I had this a tag someone made. I'm going to think it was probably windy. I'm not sure. But I went ahead and stuck him on there because I thought he went perfect. Just like that. It's a cute pea. I scored a block that had, let's see if I have it right here. I'll show you. Well, it's a big one. So it's a French block that has the initial on there, and it's pretty much the same, a little different. But I stamped it and put it in here. I hope you can see. I'm completely blinded. My grandson did this, so the dyed some of this fabric, so I just put it on here to have. Pocket, and then just a cute thing. Just little things I like. My favorite Bible verse, it's just right here. On some of the eco-dyed paper. Eco-printed paper. It's not dyed, it's printed. Look at this one, 1782, maybe? 1787, 17 something. 69. So I have to tell you the story. I know somebody made a comment that I should tell more about myself, and I try and work it in, but sometimes they get so long, the videos. Anyway, so I got this from from a sale, and it's Monstro. Now, you know, Monstro, he's the whale from Pinocchio. And so I'll tell you a story. So this one time we were at Disneyland, the family, and there was, I think my daughter and her ex-husband and her child, which was my first granddaughter, and she must have been about 5. I don't know. My son and his wife were there. I can't remember if they were not married or gonna engaged, or if they had I don't think they had a kid. So they must have been the trip where they were engaged. And so we were all at Disneyland. And so we were riding on the Storybook Land boats, for those of you who go to Disneyland and know that. And so when you sit on these little boats, everybody sits on these boats. There's quite a few people. I forget. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking maybe 15 or so, and that you sit around the boat and then around the inside of the boat. It's just a little boat. And then I wonder what their name is. The driver or whatever is at the end of the boat, pointing forward. And so she's getting ready to go after everybody's in. And so you go through this big tunnel, which is the mouth of Monstro. You know, and his teeth and everything. And so CJ asked, because she was only 5, and she asked about it. And I said, well, it's Monstro is his name. So then this lady that was in the boat, she goes, he's not a monster. It's not a monster. I thought, oh my. So I was trying to tell her it's Monstro, because she watches all the cartoons. She would know that. But I was telling her it was Monstro, because that's in his name, Monstro. It's not a monster. And I was trying to explain that, no, we're just trying to do, that's the name of the character in Pinocchio, but I just gave up on it. But yeah, so she just was yelling at me, it wasn't a monster. Anyway, just a little tuck here. Okay, so that's my little tag here. I guess I should put the date on there. I keep telling myself that, but I forget. Okay, so it's all done, and I used some of the Florentine paper on the back. Really happy with it. Now I have a couple other books that are, quote, wormy, but they're not this cute plaid here and stuff. So maybe I'll put one together for my shop. But I just, you know, like I said, I get behind. So anyway, so that's that. Fun. So now, for some reason, I was going to tell you about the book. I'm going to go up. I wonder if I can go up. Can I go like this? No. I'm going to have to go like this so you can fit. So I think we can see? Oh, yeah. Okay, so this was the first journal I ever made. It's a nice big one. And what it was I had paid to take Nick the Booksmith, one of her classes. And if you look at her on, I assume she still has them on, what's the name of that site? Anyway, so it tells you how to do this. So what it was I had done one, I did it, and my husband goes, oh, you should make that for because we have a girls thing at our church, Calvary Hanford, and we were celebrating our 10 years of doing it. It's called Apples of Gold, and it's a thing where you go and you have a little bit of a Bible teaching on it's like a 6-month thing. You have a Bible teaching, and then you have another group of women who teach you how to cook something. And then so you have a meal. So it's meant to encourage ladies to have time out and to go out and have some food. And then at the end of this whole time, then they can bring their husband and have it. And then it's like a night out with the husband. So anyway, so my husband goes, well, you should make these. I go, really? You think? I mean, I feel embarrassed because I never did it before and I didn't know. He goes, yeah. So I ended up making. Of course, he tells me this idea and it's pretty close to when it has to be done. But I had to do, let's see, there's 6 mentors. So I had to do 6 more, I think. Yeah, 6 of them. Oh, and then I had to give the girl in the kitchen who cooks, who does the cooking demonstration. And so I had to do like 6 or 7 of them, which was a big thing. But this was my first journal. I thought I would show it to you and tell you some of the pitfalls in case you're thinking about going into journal making, and you can learn from us. Now, can we see the whole thing? I keep looking. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I think this is this is about 8.5 or 8 and 3/4 by 5 and 3/4 is how that goes. And it's one of these spines that are the dome spine. And as you can see, let's just critique. As you can see, it's not necessarily straight, any of that. This part here, see, that one's not straight. But it was good. I mean, I was proud of myself until I see now. So, first of all, it was I put too much stuff in it. We always think we have to put so much stuff in them. And that's my point number one. You don't need to have that much stuff in your journal because other people want to fill the journals up. So I try and remember that, or I try and put in things that can be easily taken out and they can put other stuff in. So, but it's a little birdie. I took the one that was a little bit, I don't think you can tell now because it's been forever, but it was a little bit loose and, like they weren't tied in, they weren't sewed in that tight. I think these were, yeah, this is glued in like this. You can't see it. It's not a floating spine or nothing. So I was able to kind of maneuver it and stuff, but it is what it is. I have to show it to you. So I'm trying to keep looking to see there's my hand up there. And I guess I'm going to stand up for a while because the sun's in my eyes. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I thought I was hitting that. Okay. So this is here. So it was cute. What they did was one of the mentors went and wrote everybody's name in them, like in how she writes. She writes pretty. So now this is a little birdie that, so we had one of our mentors was a dear friend that had been there pretty much since when the church started in 1985. And she had just recently died from a form of lymphoma or something. And it just happened quickly and she died quickly. Nothing worked. So she had painted me this watercolor. So I think if you've watched any of my videos, I've done a lot of, like I sewed this bird or slow stitched this bird onto one of my snippet rolls or something that I have kept. Just reminds me of her, and I'll show you. So this is the page. I think I didn't like something I did, so I decoupaged a napkin over it. So this is real marble paper that I bought on Amazon, I think it was. But as you can see, there was something wrong here, so I glued some of this stuff down here. You can't really tell now. I'm going to point it out if I can remember. So here she is. So her name was Kathy. Kathy. This was her memorial service. She died in 2018. Seems like it was longer. So I should have made this bigger. So then I had to put in a paper clip. So what it was this year was super cute because we each did a bird, and so I decorated, and that's worked out perfectly because that's why there was a bird on front. So what I did was I decorated each signature with the girl's bird, different girl's bird that they talked about. The bird in the Bible, obviously, when how it was used in the Bible. So this is a little bit about Kathy. So it's a personal thing. We'll just put that there. And and then I had some of the ladies sign them. I told them to take the books and sign them for their mentor. So there might be some random signatures and stuff. So here's a thank you card from someone, and then this was, just wrote something in there. So I use this, so that's what in here, stuff I've written. So now also a while back, oh God, what year is this? So 2019, that was Kathy. Okay, I don't know what year, I think must have been 2019. And so then I used the book, and I remember at that time, Nick the Booksmith had done a lot of little things, like little things to do. So here's the thing with something in here. I don't know what. This is so fun. My friend wrote a nice touching note, so that's right there. So one of them was, I forget what she did, but I remember it was something you took out a piece of a book from the book or something, and then you blacked out everything but a couple letters, and then you did a thing on there. So I did my mom because she had died, and I and I just did a little thing about my mom. And this was some of her, I copied it, but it's some of her handwriting about how to make something. Oh, biscuits, homemade biscuits. So this is part of that book that I love. Well, and I photocopied it. So, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Now, why did I put that in here? I don't know why. To put prayers in, I guess. Look, I tried to draw a tree. That's what you're supposed to do with your journals. You're supposed to do weird stuff like this. What happened here? This should be, oh, okay. So now this is another one she did. Something about a tree. I don't remember what it was, but it was a thing that Nick the Booksmith did. So I did it and put it in there. It's a thankful card from someone. So I'm just showing you. I just put way too much. See if a gal got a hold of my book and signed that. That was nice. So in here, this is another Nick the Booksmith thing. And I think it had a, do I have it? Okay, now I'm going to sit back down because I can't see what I'm doing. I think this had, oh, it has the thing like that. It's my dad. So I put a little thing about my dad in here because I forget what it was, but then I put all these little things. This was, she used this die cut and I don't know, she did little things. So I put some of his memorabilia in here. And, you know, this is what I do with my people. Wrote some things on here. Then I wrote some things. Okay, so, oh yeah, my bird was sparrow. And so I did a little teaching on the sparrow, and which I thought it turned out good. And then, so these are some pictures of, in the Bible, the word sparrow just means little bird. It doesn't necessarily mean a house sparrow. It means just like a little bird. But this is a Lincoln sparrow. And then this is a house sparrow, and this is a white-crowned sparrow. So I think, I don't know, I don't know. I can't remember, you guys. It's a while ago. So then you have some tucks and things. But as you can see, it's just a little bit too full. And then because we did, I had an old cooking book that I was able to put one of the pages of the cooking books in here. And don't have to do with anything, but. And this was something here that we wrote. It was something personal that was, that Nick did too. Just to write something down. Favorite quotes or something. Yeah. All right. Sparrow. Put a couple things in here. I hope this isn't boring, guys. I just think you should see, like, it's just, I put way too many pages. This is my dragons. That was a Nick the Booksmith thing. I don't really want to show you that. So over here, now I did something about my grandma. So it's about my grandma. I did a thing about my grandma, and she had this tangerine tree that was just always loaded down. They'd always, why is it we think we have to take pictures behind there? Took it 2 years ago. The tree was full of fruit, tangerines. And then I just put her chicken dumpling recipe. Either I put her chicken dumpling recipe that you could never figure out. She was one of these people that, you know, she would take a cup of this or some of that. And I said, just guess how much, because, you know, I'm a follow the recipe. I don't know how to, I've never had chicken and dumplings like her anymore. It's gone. So this is stuff my mom sent me, and I just like it because it has her handwriting here. And this is one I did here. So this next one was about the eagle. So the gal who taught was about eagle, but then I added some things here. I think this was, I have a feeling that this was one of Nick's things too that she did. Journey, and I went to, it's really sweet. I went to Disney World with my son and his wife and their new baby. So that's right there. This looks like, what is this? You know, I should write these things down. I'm not sure what that is. So the dove is here, but are we on the dove? No, we're on the eagle. So I don't know why the dove is in the eagle spot. Okay. So over here, just another thing we did. She talked about doing this. I just, you know, did her little things that we did. I don't know what's in there. Oh, just some little pretend thing. So we have your recipes. She had this Zine, and it was about biscuits, so I printed that out and put it in here. Just because it was, we were cooking, so. My granddaughter, the one that just turned 18, and she was like little here. Papa is so nice, and so is Coco. They call me Coco. And this is a surprise. I said, these are the best surprises, so I kept it. This was just a spot here, and so I kind of drew a bird here because I thought it reminded me of a bird. Okay. This is a dried flower, and I don't know if it has significance or not because I didn't write it down. Healing plants. California. Oh, manzanita. We love manzanita. In fact, don't tell anybody, from the National Forest, we took a manzanita plant and tried to have it grow here, and it died. You need to get some manzanita that can grow down here. This is a little, it's a little apple. I think it's might be sterling, but it's all tarnished because it was apples of gold. A little bookmark. And so this is just, I don't know, one of her things, I'm sure, that I did, but I don't know what it is. Okay, now the next one is here, Proverbs 2:6. Now, what one would this one be? See what I mean? So I put stuff in between here because it was loose. I glued this stuff in there. And I thought all journals had to be really big like this, but they really don't have to be. So I put, that's a devotion thing that was in here. A book that ended up being taken apart. So there was an eagle, there was a dove, an eagle, a sparrow. Dove, an eagle, a sparrow. How come I don't know which one this is? Does it say on here? I don't know. That was Jean and I. This was one of Nick the Busmith's thing. That was, I think she did that wax stuff on there was what the thing was. And then I don't know what this is. This is probably something too we did. Because that's me and my brother, really little though. Okay, all is well with my soul. Now, okay, how come this is a dove? So this is the dove section. Oh, someone did an owl. I do remember that now. An owl. Some fun things in here. I don't know why or what or why. I think it's a collage. I don't know. I think it's a collage. Oh, there's a little thing about this little song. There was a song called Little Country Church, but this reminded me so much of that church that was right in Yosemite. If any of you guys know that church, I love that church. When we got married, we went to Yosemite, and I love that little church. I think we have a picture of it somewhere. And these are really hard. Now, my granddaughter drew this as art to me, and she drew this too. So that was another thing that Nick, the books, she put a hole in between the pages and then put a little window. She also drew this. She can really draw well. Over here on the side, we have a tuck. I think there was a hawk, and then I had this card that talked about the hawk's nest. So I put that in mine. I put that in mine. Cute little bookmark I made out of sari trim. Sparkly, sparkly. Any of you guys who watch Saturday Night Live, that one guy, I forget his name. Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. I think she put that on too, and I thought, I'm putting that in. That was Nick. Like I said, she did a lot, little tutorials there for a while. This is my first journal, guys, and I have some little birdies birdies on the paper clips. So if I did this again, I wouldn't make it so thick. And I would, you know, hopefully do better the spine because I know how to do the spines. Eagle. Did I say eagle already? That eagle was one of them. Let's see. Oh, this is, kids drew me this. A kid drew me this. Happy birthday. Look. Gino. It's my grandson. And he's, whoa. And see, next month he turns, let's see, let me think about this. I think he turns, oh, I'm sorry, I hit you. Sorry. I think he turns 13. Wow. They're also getting so old. And this is another thing. I think, oh, I think, is this that girl? Yeah, I think there's a gal who, and she also died now. Susan was her name. She would always send these cute things. She would, you know, she was alive now. She would have loved to have done this. So, yeah, so I put it in here as like a little thingy to save. And I put some little little sayings that little sayings that, what was, not sayings, they're called slang, whatever, that have birds in it. So the bird's the word, as free as a bird, bird's eye view, bird brain, proud as a peacock, night owl, swan song, wild goose chase, goosebumps, ugly duckling, the early bird catches the worm, like water off a duck's back, pecking order, don't count your chickens before they hatch, lame duck, eagle eye. Oh, see, I could have had Hawkeye too, because, you know, he was the, you know, Marvel person. Okay, like this. And they're pretty much done, I think. And a card from some of the girls. Yeah. Ask the birds of the air and they will tell you. From Job 12:7. Anyway, so yeah, this is all glued down there. So this was just, mine was the worst one of all of them. Let's see. No, it's on here pretty straight now. Mine was the worst one because, and I took the worst one, you know, because I don't want to give anybody. But, you know, it's okay. It looks okay. I'm happy with it. I mean, I like what I do now. I used to only make these kind, like with the masonite board and all this and have all these things. But I really do just, I really like this kind that you revamp an old book, that give it new life and it looks all tattered and stuff. I really like that the best. So it's fun, you know. So if you're thinking about starting to make journals or whatever, you think it would be a good, fun thing to make for your, for family or something, for a gift, for Christmas or birthday or whatever. Yeah, you know, I think you should, there's lots of people you can look up. There's Nick the Booksmith and, of course, Rachel. I really like how Rachel does things because it's more, it's so not precise, you know? And I like that so much better. I don't like the stress of it. I don't want it to be, this was stressful when I made that book that's not quite, it's too long. It was very stressful to make that for other people, you know, and, but, you know, I don't know. I just think you should enjoy it and, don't try and put too much in because believe me, you want to fill it up. And then when you're done, it's like fun thing you did, but wait a minute, you're supposed to be giving this to other people so that they can do that. So now I still fill them up a lot and I'm trying to get better at it. But what I try and do now is you have pockets and things, but then I try and put things in. They can just take out things and put their own stuff in and do something else with the bulky stuff, especially if it's somebody who likes to make journals and they can use the extra stuff somewhere else. But yeah, so I love this. I'm very happy with this. I love it. And I don't hate this. You know, it has some memories in there. So I wanted to thank Juanette again for the fun surprise of the gifts. Put this here like this. Like that. And I want to thank everybody for watching. And I think I make more sense this time than I did last time. And hopefully I remember to put everything in the description box. If I forgot anything, please ask me. And I think I'm done. Thanks. Bye.